into this place. It's one of my favorite comedy clubs in America. I got to be honest with you. I've lived on both coasts now. I've learned one thing. In New York City, you can get killed any place. Here in San Francisco, you got to know where to go. I got to tell you a story. Many years ago, in a comedy club in New York, a guy threw a glass at Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry got off of that stage like a bat out of hell. A couple nights later, in the same club, a guy threw a glass at me. But I didn't get off. That audience yelled and screamed, "Get off! Get off! Get the off!" But I didn't go. Right now, Seinfeld is the #1 comedy show in America. And I'm here with you tonight because I didn't know when to get off. Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably been the best audience I'm ever going to have here at the Punchline. Thank you and good night. You don't make more noise than that.
Oh, well.
You had your chance. I love telling that story because people hear my voice, they want to know where I'm from. Actually, I grew up in Philadelphia. I spent a long time living in New York. Most was with a New York lady. We broke up after about 7 years. I sounded like her. She looked like me. From that point in time, I realized women have been putting me in the strangest situations. I will never forget, I had a platonic girlfriend set me up with a date. Told me the girl was a nymphomaniac. I didn't hear her right. I thought she said hemophiliac. The entire night, the date is crawling all over me. I'm afraid to touch her. I think she'll bleed to death. I'm in my 40s. I've never been married. I keep meeting divorcees with kids. All they want to do is play make room for daddy. I start out adoring the mothers, putting up with the kids. I end up loving the kids, can't stand the mothers. Half of them can never remember how many husbands they've had. Whether they want to crown me Richard III or Richard IV. By the time I'm done, I'm downing a fifth. I'll tell you what's on my nerves now. It's my hair. And it's not the ones falling out, it's the ones that are growing in or turning gray. I've got these little black suckers coming out of my nose. Hairs are growing out of my ears. I've become the perfect model for Mr. Potato Head. Don Rickles got Toy Story. I get people coming up to me asking me ridiculous questions. Like, Richie, wouldn't you like to see your original hair? I'll be honest with you, folks. I wanted to see my real hair. Someplace I've got brushes laying around from the 70s. Then they asked me, Richie, wouldn't you like to change your appearance? Get a transplant, a hairpiece. Try and grow some hair. Go bungee jumping in a pool of minoxidil. And I thought about some of these things seriously till I had a very embarrassing situation. I run into an old school teacher in a restaurant. I get really excited. I run over to him. Inadvertently, I smack him in the head. His hairpiece slid down his face. The poor guy was so embarrassed, his false teeth almost popped out. I was so confused, I didn't know whether to push it back up or congratulate him on how great he looked with a beard. I'll tell you something, I am ready to go off the deep end if I get stuck one more time in a traffic jam with the accident on the other side of the highway. I am convinced people do not just stop to look, they want to experience the crash. I came up with a remedy. What we need is a designated area where all the accidents of the day can be taken to, called a sudden accident zone. For a few dollars, you can go there and view all the accidents of the day, with the proceeds going to a huge party that night for all the survivors. Hey, Hey, you've been a great audience. Thank you. Good night.